Hey everybody, we're back. And we're gonna take a short look around this town before heading into the Veridian Forest. Yeah, this is gonna be a long episode, which is good for you, not so great for my upload time. I want to buy a few Pokeballs. Yeah, 10 should be fine. And unlike future games, you don't get a Premier Ball for doing that. You can transfer in Premier Balls from Emerald, Ruby, and Sapphire, though. So I'm also going to grab a few potions since I used them up on the trainer battle with Jack Off. Now in this house, if you go up to the blackboard, the teacher has put up all the stat elements that your Pokemon can actually obtain. I'm gonna try to get through Veridian Forest without taking a stat element, but I'm most likely gonna be at least poisoned, so I hope I'm not, because if I do, I really don't have an antidote to help that. This house is kind of useless. I just came in here because, I don't know, I felt like showing it off. Just tells you that coming up with nicknames is cool. Tweet, 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 tweet! Anyway, this guy has kind of become a staple of this series, or at least what he does is sort of a staple of this series. The town after you get your Pokedex, this guy will, or one of the guys in any of the Pokemon games will usually show you how to catch a Pokemon. This guy is the very first one though, and he always catches a Weedle. Actually, I believe if you played through Gold and Silver and talked to him, he'll also try to catch a Pokemon, but he'll actually fail at catching it, which I found it very funny and humorous. I think he also fails to catch a Pokemon in Yellow version of the original series. Also, I feel the need to apologize for the sound lag. I'm going to see if I can fix that at some point. But this guy gives you the Teachy TV. Basically, it's just trainer tips if you ever want them. I probably won't be using it at all. And I had to sync up the video real quick. Just so you know, I'm not gonna catch pretty much anything in the Veridian Forest, so I'll just tell you that there are a couple of Pokemon that I would suggest getting if you did get a Charmander. But if you have a Squirtle or a Bulbasaur, I figure you'll probably find something a little better a little bit later in the game. Again, Mankey's always been one of my favorite Pokemon to pick up, and this is actually one of the Pokemon you might want to pick up if you did take a Charmander, is, and if you didn't get a Mankey, is you might want to pick up a Caterpie. Bug Pokemon usually evolve very quickly. And as you can see, I swapped out my Mankey real quick. Get some training for Arcane there. And here you'll find a Pokeball, freebie, always good. And I cut out another Caterpie battle. And here's another one. Yeah, you're going to be running into a lot of battles in this place, and I actually thought I would be running into a lot more, which is why this episode is so long. Now, I'm not looking to catch anything specific, because the only Pokemon I would catch is a really... Oh my god! It's a Pikachu! Oh, this is the Pokemon I was looking for. It has like a 5% catch rate, or 5% encounter rate. And I know it's not going to be really effective against Brock, but since I didn't catch a Nidoran or Nidorina in the area just to the, I believe it's to the west of, yeah, to the west of Veridian City, you can catch Nidoran of either kind. I didn't catch one on my team, And I thought I was going to go this round without using any electric type moves, but this is just too good to pass up. Female Pikachu just hanging around. Maybe I'll breed it later if I get a Ditto or another Pikachu that I actually want to breed it with. So I'm going to try to catch this one. Leech Seed from Bulb. Every time I say Bulb, I want to say Balbo or Volvo. So that's really more of a reference to a car than a Wolfbite member. Oh well. Now that I have it Leech Seed, I'm just gonna spam Pokeballs and hopefully catch it. Come on. Oh! That's the thing about catching a Pokemon at this point in the game. Now, I should probably tell you Pikachu is not the best Pokemon to raise, but it's by far not the worst. If you want a speedy electric type, this is definitely one of your good options. I mean, you could always go with Voltorb, and that has the added bonus of self-destruct. But it just, you know, the nostalgia of going through the game with a Pikachu and keeping it all the way, or at least until I can get a Thunderstone, I just figure I have to do it. I have to do it for my own sake. So we'll see how low his health gets, because I kind of want to start leveling him up right away. But then again, I have potions, so it's not that big of a deal. But there goes my whole just trying to get through without a stalemate thing, because I thought it was going to be poison, though. But nah, Arcane was affected by paralysis, which in my experience is probably worse than poison, because it drops your speed by half. It also makes it so that way sometimes your Pokemon will not respond to it. They'll be paralyzed, so they'll actually lose a turn. I got a Pikachu! Oh, thank you. I am so glad I got the forest Pokemon Pikachu. And yes, I will give it a nickname. And since it's a female, I will name it after someone special to me. You know who you are, Kira. I find, you know what, I just wanted to, I think I mentioned you in another playthrough. Oh well. Yep, my Pikachu's name is Kira. And I found a potion, which I will actually use right now. I'm going to switch Pikachu to the front of the line. Basically, I'm going to be doing some swap training. And for those of you who don't know what swap training is, that's basically when you have a Pokemon out in front of your party, and as soon as the battle starts, you immediately switch them out. Basically what this does is any Pokemon that's been in battle, regardless of whether it attacks or not, gains half the experience. It's split evenly. So by training this way, I can keep Kira from being damaged and still get her experience. And we have our first trainer battle, other than our dickhead rival. This is Bugcatcher Nick. He has a Weedle, which we have not faced yet. Weedle, pretty much the same as Caterpie. It uses String Shot. It also has Poison Sting, which can poison your Pokemon. Poison will do damage over time, and I believe it weakens defense. Somebody can correct me on that. But the status elements always seem to cut a stat in half, whether it be speed or defense, right? I'll cover the rest as we get to them, but those are the only two you really have to worry about here, are poison and paralysis. If you have the confidence, or if you don't want to catch a Pikachu or anything in here, or if you feel like you have your team pretty much sorted out before you leave, I would say, yeah, you should definitely try and pick up a few antidotes and a few paralyzed heals, just in case. Actually, I wouldn't even, like, maybe one paralyzed heal, because you're not going to run into too many Pikachus in here. I just got incredibly lucky. You know, the only thing that could have made it better is if I actually got a shiny Pikachu, which would be orange and badass. Since I guess I'll freaking just say this now, because I doubt I'll be getting any shiny Pokemon. There's a, I believe, 0.005% chance of getting a shiny Pokemon, which are A, slightly stronger stat-wise than their counterparts, and B, they usually look cool. And I say usually because there's a few Pokemon that I wouldn't really like shiny. I mean, the shiny Mewtwo looks kind of stupid. Like, green is not its color. Anyway, moving on. You know what? I'll face you. I will take you on. Bug Catcher Doug, if you choose to fight him, because you can easily get around him. He has another Weedle. Weedles are really not that strong. They're kind of, you know, aside from the poison, you don't have to worry about them too much. I will be switch training a lot with Kira until she gets up to level. But once she does, I'm sure that it'll actually be a really strong part of my team. String Shot! Oh no, you're cutting my speed! Why don't you String Shot when you're already faster than me, you jerk? This is usually the strategy that the game will imply is, you know, lower your speed and then attack with Poison Sting, but sometimes it doesn't even attack with Poison Sting. Sometimes it just seems completely random. Kira grew to level 5, yay! Sometimes it's just completely random. And Iris grew to level 8, that's even better. And he's gonna send out another Weedle. Here's something I should mention. Most of the trainers you fight in here, their Pokemon should have evolved already. And if they train them up to that point, they should let them evolve, honestly, because they keep their moveset. And that would be stunning if I found a Kakuna or a Metapod that actually had Tackle or Poison Sting, because that would actually help them a lot. Usually the ones you find, I'm guessing, had to be caught beforehand. And if I'm cutting out as far as the thing, it's because I'm rubbing my face. I have an itchy mustache. So yeah, as you can see, Iris's Peck is coming in way handy here. Pretty much everything it goes against is just going to get pecked to hell. And I'm still switched to training Kira. I want Kira to get to a decent level. Because I won't be able to train her too much. Only because the next few areas I know are going to be basically rock types, ground types. Although I can probably train her up on Zubat. Or train her up off screen, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, Kakuna. This is the evolved form of Weedle. It has the ability Shed Skin, so basically whenever you hit it with a stat ailment, it will basically heal next turn, which is really freaking annoying. The only move it'll know is Harden, which is why I don't mind using Kira, because Harden raises your defense. But since Thundershock is a special attack, it doesn't really matter, because this is a point in the game where there's special defense. If you're just raising your defense, it'll do nothing against Thundershock, so. And Kira learned Tail Whip. Aw, isn't she cute? Tail Whip, it lowers defense. I'm probably not going to use it that much. Anyway, continuing on, let's see what we got here. Ooh, an antidote. So I guess you can skip on one antidote for a Paralyzed Heal. I didn't, because I'm stupid. I think there's supposed to be a secret item around here. I'm looking for it, but I can't find it. Now, if you want to come back to these areas with the item finder, yeah, I'm fighting every trainer. I need the training. And here's a bug catcher, Anthony. Anthony sent out a Caterpie. Go, Kira! Actually, I think Kira's strong enough to take it on herself, so let's do that, because the only thing Caterpie will have is Tackle. I'm not too worried about stat elements with him, and I'm not too worried about Kira's speed getting cut, because Kira has decent enough defense, I think. At least at level 6. So, no more switch training for a while. Thundershock! See, that's more effective. The downside to switch training is they only get half the experience they would get if they actually did it themselves. It's great for weak level Pokemon, but if you have a Pokemon that can actually stand on its own, it's always better to have them fight. So I'm just gonna keep spamming Thunder Shock, because at this point Tail Whip wouldn't do a damn thing, since it lowers defense and not special defense. And Growl would lower their attack, but I figure that's a waste of a turn. If I'm going to do something to lower their attack, then I want to at least do damage. Stop with the string shots! You do nothing to me! Wow. Wow, I just thought about it. They're basically shooting their string all over Kira's face. That's a little more perverted than I wanted to get in this Let's Play, but, you know, we were already talking about Mom's magic vagina that heals Pokemon, so why not? Well, actually, we weren't talking about it until I said anything about it, but whatever. I think there's another secret item around here, but again, I can't find the secret item, so if I knew where they were, I'd go for them, but... frickin' random battles. I need a trainer battle to get over that random battle. Okay, here's a battle you'll actually get to see. Bug Catcher Charlie sent out a Metapod. This is the evolved form of Caterpie. It's interesting. It's just... it's not really that interesting. It's a cocoon, and since you won't get to see the evolved forms until way later in the game, I might as well spoil them now. Metapod will evolve into Butterfree, and we'll also learn Confusion, which is really helpful against the next gym leader, since the next gym leader uses rock types. Oh, I wonder who the next gym leader is going to be, because nobody ever watches the freaking show. Obviously, Kira won't be too helpful against that gym leader, and neither will Iris, but Arcane is going to be a beast, and so will Bulb. If you're asking whether this will be my team through the whole thing, I'm seriously considering it, actually. The only one I might change out, like, honestly, would be Iris, but, I don't know. I'm trying to go for the basic type coverage, because that's usually what I do. No problems at all. Iris gains 79 experience points, and it's a Metapod. You know what? Iris could use some experience, because it's not going to get any experience the whole time. And I'm kind of hoping Iris doesn't just become another HM slave, because that's kind of what I'm going to have to do at some points, is I'm going to need a Pokemon that's just random there for an HM slave of some kind. I probably should catch a Caterpie just so I can raise it up to a Butterfree and teach it Fly and Flash. I wonder if I can learn Cut too. That actually might be a good HM slave. I haven't thought about that. I'm gonna have to consider that later. Anyway, if you walk over to here, you will get a potion. Potions are always helpful, I guess, this early in the game. Ah, frickin' hell. Yeah, as you can see, someone leveled up. Yeah, so here's another Bug Catcher. I think in another version of this game, I don't remember which version. I think in the original version he actually had a Butterfree. Or maybe it's not the original version. Maybe I'm thinking of Gold and Silver, if you come back here. Anyway, it's nearly the end of here, so I'm not too worried about stat elements either. Plus, I think Kira can handle it herself. The person that actually... I actually gotta say this, the person that I named this after, she's pretty self-dependent, and I actually look up to her a lot. So, yeah, I'm gonna just spam the hell out of Thunderbolt. Or Thundershock. Not Thunderbolt, we don't have that yet. I wish I had Thunderbolt, that would make my life a lot easier. And Kira leveled up. Level 9. I will stand by this team. I'm going to stand by the team that I have right now. And I will probably add 2 more to it later when I find Pokemon that I actually want. Yeah, I noticed the skinny trees. I wish I had Cut, but I don't have Cut yet. Alright, next time, more Pokemon Fire Red. See you then.